Greetings everybody, Climbing Games Online. Welcome back to more Lost Dimension. Last time, we strengthened our bond with Agito. And in this episode, it's time to strengthen our bond with George. Oh my Doshi! Do you have some business with me? Doshi? Naturally, we ride together. Those gathered here are the best of the best, chosen to smite the end. In other words, we are messengers of justice who shake our fists for this cause. In Japan, the country I love and respect, such people are referred to as Doshi. Destroy a sugoi sound, is it not? If you're pleased with it, use it like a devotee.
What?
Oh, devotee. Doshe. I can use this. I should note the funny part too. Have you finished taking notes?
Huh?
Going. I had forgotten. Now then, what was your matter? I shall answer anything I can as one who shares the same ambition. Why do you seem so merry? That's easy. To enjoy life is proof of one's strength.
I see.
I think it's pretty amazing how you actually put it into practice. You needn't praise me so much.
Yeah.
I'm a bit envious of that straightforward personality of yours. Indeed. You should try and learn from me. Because I confront evil with all my might, every day, for great justice. Though I may have hesitated a teensy bit once, nothing shall stand in my way to swing the hammer of justice upon the end. Show, speak a word of this to no one. It would greatly affect the morale of the group.
Yeah.
Well, even if I don't, everyone probably already knows.
What?
What? Why? How? No, wait, I understand. It's because we're Doshi after all. Oi, Shonen. It's quite the long face. It's bothering you. I thought of talking to you. Oh, so speaking with me is the cause of your dismal state. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
And here I thought I prepared for the worst on that one. But I guess I hesitate on occasion during close-range encounters. You're trying to lighten the mood with a Joden, right? You're pretty good. But don't think that typical trips for winning people over will work on me. Because no matter what you try, those techniques come from my fatherland, America!
Huh?
Uh-huh. By the way, you came over here because you wanted to talk about something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Wait a minute.
Say no more. It's about the end, correct? I couldn't help but laugh about that. They are contents even a child won't be deceived by. Who would dare believe such lies that a traitor walks among us? To try and break our unity with such falsehood, the end is of no importance.
What?
You don't doubt that in any way?
Yes.
Naturally. Would you like to hear my logic, which would silence even a crying babe? You didn't answer, but I shall comply. That is, if there were an enemy, why join sealed? If it's sealed, that means that they kill their comrades until now. Therefore, there is no traitor among us. It's checkmate. America!
And?
That's it? Of course! I thought I closed it quite splendidly, but was it not sufficient? Would you prefer if I append QED?
No.
No. I was just surprised by the abrupt conclusion. Indeed, it appears I'm far too suited for a detective role. You talking about your ability?
Ho-ho!
Indeed I am.
Yes.
This ability is something detectives from novels would die to get their hands on. because I understand all from the things that are left behind. However, it is only for my use in my fight for justice.
Ooh.
Oh, now that I think about it, if I were such a detective, the novel wouldn't even need 10 pages for it to end. America!
I see.
For justice, huh? Faulty logic aside, I understand now that you honor justice from your heart.
Yes.
So, Dessou, I had no need for logic from the start. It should be obvious whenever we fight together that we are comrades unified in the name of justice. You think so too, don't you, Sho?
Oh.
Do you have some business with me, Shoun? Is this something that only I can deal with? Are you feeling ill? Gomen, I was in deep thought. My mind is clouded, more like.
Huh?
Troubled by something? What are your thoughts about all the comrades we've sacrificed just so we can climb the tower? We were coaxed into executing the judgment process. But is that truly righteous? Are the things we're doing considered justice? What is our justice? Why, they are the values of justice that we all have in common. Despite knowing that the size of one's heart for justice matters not, I've sacrificed innocence for the sake of a larger world. And all without proof that we'll truly reach the end at the top floor.
What?
Innocent people. So that's what you really thought. What? Are you saying you don't agree? That you believe they were traitors? I don't know, but I don't think the others here share the same sentiment as you.
How the?
What idiocy! We are here because we all have the same way of thinking.
No.
You speak only about the heart of justice, right?
Yes.
Of course. There is but one thing the world needs. It is only justice. I knew you'd say that. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
It's not all about justice. Each person has their own complex rationale. Complex rationale? Hatred and sadness, anger, hope and despair, prayer.
No.
No. So you say such things are more important than justice? Than saving the world?
You're right.
The importance of what someone holds dear can only be known to the person himself. Still, it wouldn't surprise me if there are people who say those things are more important than the world.
Oh.
I've never even thought that such people would exist. No. From how you said it, it must be the norm. I thought that justice was the driving force for all of humanity. I thought everyone was my comrade.
But
I certainly wouldn't mind if we are.
What?
None? True, your definition of justice might differ from everyone else's. Actually, that possibility is quite high. My justice against everyone else's.
yeah.
But just because their definition differs from yours, doesn't mean they don't have a heart for justice. Sweet baby Jesus. To think that me, upholder of justice, and man declared as America's justice, and my justice would be invalid. Tell me, Sho, where does my justice rank in all of America?
No.
It's not a contest. We each have our own different justice. Isn't it like how there isn't only one katana in the world?
Huh?
Justice is so deep.
Ho ho!
Sho, I have something to ask you too. That's rare. Rare? The fact that I called you by your name?
No.
I wanted to play it off like I didn't notice that though. Do not mind. We are comrades who both aim to subdue the end after all. Isn't it easier to achieve a more intimate relationship by calling each other by our names?
But
Why do we have to get so intimate? That expression from you is distress. You feel distraught by me suddenly requesting a more intimate relationship, and therefore you're thinking of leaving now?
Huh?
Wait, what? That would be troubling for me.
and
If you're gonna be loud all on your own, I may really leave right now.
Oh.
Oh, Mate, please wait, Sho. I feel that speaking with you broadens my horizons.
but
And how does reading facial expressions factor into that? I've started to think about justice more on my own. And it might be due to spending so much time with you. So that's what you wanted to talk about.
Yes.
Yes, wouldn't it be great if justice has many different forms? When I think that, I begin to wonder what the people who've been sacrificed thought of while fighting. That's what I've started to think about. But mulling it over makes it hard for me to move my body about. So that's how it is. Indeed, Sho. Care to join me for a bit? If I get my body moving, maybe I'll have less hesitation.
I see.
Move around, huh? I'll join you.
Go.
Arigato, Sho. Shall we be off then? And now we have George's character quest, Zen of Justice. Alright, now it's time for the final character quest, Zen of Justice. We've got 7 enemies to deal with, so we shouldn't have much of a problem. But one way to find out whether or not we actually will have a problem, right? And that's to do it. Feels so weird that the series is coming to a close now. As we only have a little bit more left to go. Form is pettiness.
Huh?
What? Zen of Justice.
Let's go.
Let's open
away
up
we go.
with
For everyone's sake,
our usual brain hacker.
stay calm. There.
And then Yoko gets some
Let's
brain
get
hacker
this show on the road.
powers.
Let's go.
Alright, let's start with this guy. So first we're gonna use Daydream. Get that out of our system. Now let's start taking him down. Isn't that right, George? Okay, decent damage. And Toya joining in the fray should be enough to finish this guy off.
Good.
Alright, that's already one of the enemies gone. Just like that.
Let's go.
Let's defer over to Yoko,
I'll do my best.
so that she can keep moving forward. Got a large guy over there, but that is probably not going to be a big deal.
Sorry, but oh, that was close.
Let's get this show on the road.
Agito, let's have you move forward, defer over to Marco.
Check this out.
I can keep going.
And Marco, you can move forward and kill this guy.
All right.
Alright, 2 enemies gone on the first turn, just like that. Maybe this won't be so bad.
My head.
Are you ready?
So have George go after this guy first, since George seems to do the most damage.
Then let's begin.
Just having him counter or get an assistant really often is going to really help. Let's Thunderbolt with Toya,
shot.
and then George should finish him off. Yep,
Excellent.
3 enemies gone.
Let's go.
For everyone's sake.
Let's move Yoko forward next and get rid of this guy with another Psychic Assault. On top of Marco being able to attack.
This.
All right.
Alright,
And away we go.
let's move Marco forward so that way you can defer over to Yoko.
Check this out.
I'll do my best.
And Yoko, you can start going this way. And another Psychic Assault. This is just really the popular
Power!
gift to use because how much damage it does.
My head.
And
I need
Marco,
to.
let's have you go up here so that way you can assist. And kill that guy.
Right.
My head.
Alright, Cho, we're gonna have you start going after this guy. So just attack him normally. Nope, combat senses. No premonition, but
Good.
still enough to kill him anyways. Now there's just one guy left. Clear your mind of all mundane thoughts, and you will find even fire to rule.
No.
George, that's not.
My head.
Alright, let's begin moving George there. Let's have Toya move over here so he can defer over to George, so that George can move even further. And Runner's High can kick in. So give me enough to get him over there. Nope, not quite enough. We'll have him wait.
I need to.
Let's have Sho start
My
moving
head.
forward. So that way he can defer over to
My
Toya.
chance.
Roger that.
And Toya can keep moving forward. I don't see us actually needing Toya. We might be able to kill
need
this
to.
guy pretty easily. Let's defer over to George. Once again. Runner's High kicks in again. And let's have him... Can you get behind this guy? Well, you're not going to be able to get behind him, but... Close enough. We want to use Final Slice. Because it does lots of damage. Yeah, I'd call that lots of damage. And then Yoko does some damage, and George finishes him off. This mission is over.
I see.
News perspective shouldn't be such a bad thing. I've always thought people's minds were filled with justice. It's like I'm seeing a whole new world. It's such a problematic plight, but I might be starting to change.
I see.
Problematic plight? I can use that. That Ivy doesn't seem to change. And we get the classified document, since we have cleared everybody's character quest. And that is the end of Zen of Justice, and that is the last character quest done. Let's go talk to George, and wrap up this video.
I've been meaning to see you, Sho. Now, behold, the new and improved me.
What has changed?
Let me show you.
Well then, let's see what you've got.
I see what you're doing, Sho. You're trying to see what I've learned. You're seeing if my transformation is righteous or merely superficial. After all, the old George would have prattled on with you to zero avail. So this was your plan, wasn't it, Sho? You were trying to test me all along, weren't you?
Supposing I did. Why would I want to spoil it?
I see. If you already knew me so well, you already knew me so well.
Well, I guess you actually did change.
I know, right? I feel like my outlook on life has broadened more compared to the old me.
So you found your answer then?
My answer?
You were concerned about it, remember? If our actions, the judgment, were an act of justice.
I am aware of that. Justice wasn't the one who wavered. It was my heart. Each person has their own justice and reason for climbing the tower. Coming to know them and their rationale made me doubt if I was correct.
I see. So what are you gonna do now?
My path has already been set, Sho. If everyone is correct, we must keep moving onward. We must continue to carry out our own justice.
So, does that mean you haven't changed at all?
That isn't true. It means I'm able to keep moving forward while carrying on other people's justice. But it doesn't matter if it's justice or not. Even though others have their own justice, I shall follow the path that I believe in. That is my answer.
I see.
And as such, I have returned with a spirit as firm as steel. That I have. As it were, I am now Hyper-Psychometrist George!
You're such a loud guy. However, it's good you're back to yourself.
You're happy that my moxie has returned, yes? I can even read the expressions in the back of your mind now. You have my gratitude, Sho.
You strengthen your bond with George Jackman.
Hello there.
I had a feeling it was about time you'd show up.
Would you care to talk about what happened 10 years ago? Back then, an astronomer observed a gigantic meteor in the heavens on a collision course with the Earth. Further analysis concluded the meteor would strike the planet in 10 years.
Wait a second, if that discovery was made 10 years ago, then...
That's correct. The impact will occur shortly, and it will be of such magnitude that the world will come to an end.
That can't be true. I've never even heard of such a meteor. Even if that fact was kept hidden, it would have come to light somehow.
It's only natural that you aren't aware of its existence. Do not worry, nothing was kept hidden from you. After all, the meteor isn't going to collide with your world.
Did I just hear you correctly? You just said...
You've established a close bond with your allies, have you not? Then you should have come to a realization by now. There isn't just one world out there. A world which escaped its destruction, and a world with no choice but to wait for its doom. Fate is cruel. Or rather, what's truly cruel is mankind for creating these fates.
What are you talking about? What you've been saying makes no sense.
Mankind has no means of resisting such destruction. Even the Fate Materia are powerless to counter this threat. The future was decided long before the meteor would fall. But mankind could not stay calm in despair for 10 years. They would not accept this fate. And so they fought back until they found their ray of hope. Their one salvation against fate, a light in the darkness. And from that light, a new planet was born, identical to the doomed world except for one fact. It was not destined for destruction. This was mankind's choice.
Another world? You're saying that they created another planet. That's utterly ridiculous.
The idea may be an absurd one, but they drew upon the Fate Materia and its miraculous power to protect the world. And they also drew on the Core Materia, with its power to negate the Fate Materia's influence, in order to turn this possibility into reality. Together, they helped save the world. The 12 Fate Materia were implanted within 12 people who could bear their power. And the Core Materia was forged into a stake to connect the worlds, yet sever one from the other. You are all too familiar with this stake. You can sense the Core Materia's power around you, even now.
Even now?
The Core Materia was reformed into the Tower of Destiny. It is known to you all as the Pillar. You have established a bond with everyone, and in doing so, you may yet be able to trigger a miracle. There is a man with a sad fate who was denied the very right to exist in the world. Please save him. Please endure his grudge and understand that it's because he was not allowed to live. All I have left is to wish for you to see that. I'm glad we had our chance to speak.
Wait, we're not done talking yet!
I must go now. I must wait for that moment when death and despair call for me. Do you think we might meet again? One day?
Wait! He's left once again, huh? What am I supposed to do now?
It seems all the answers are now coming together finally at long last. However, there are still a few dark spots. So, with everybody's bond now maxed, next time on Lost Dimension, to fill in those last few dark spots, we're going to be reading through all those tips files we've been collecting throughout our adventure. Maybe we'll get some more light on this entire situation. See you guys then.